Good afternoon, my lovers. I'm back out. I've got the Horde Hunter Coil with me. Woohoo! And I've been going over this site here. Been going over for about an hour, and this is the best signal I've had so far. It could be Roman. It's near to where I found a Roman pig or boar. It's just down here, and I'm going to give it a clean up to see what it is. It's looking interesting. It don't look like iron. Looks like some sort of bronzy type material. There she blows. There's the Horde Hunter. And here's this strange looking lump. What's that? Is it iron? Got a bit of a red colour on the back there, look. I'll give it a clean up and we'll have a look. Here's my little pot. It's heavy, it's like bronze or something. He thinks it's a sort of bronzy type material. Looks broken. Right, there we go. That's good enough. Right, let's have my glasses off. Right. Don't think it's iron. Don't know. Could be modern, could be Roman. What do you think? Oh, bit broke off there. Don't know. Shall I risk getting a file to it? I think I got my file in my bag. I might risk putting the file against it and see if it comes up as bronze. If it's some sort of ancient Roman artifact, I could be destroying it though. No, I think I'll leave it for now. Allow someone to identify it in the comments. Right, on to the next. Oh, I got a nice signal just here. I think it could be a goer. It's a nice low high. Right, I got some nice new external speakers from a chap who lives in Wigan. I'll put his details up on the bottom of the screen. He makes external speakers for the GPX 5000 and other metal detectors and headphones, bespoke headphones. Right, I'm going to dig this one because I think it might be something on the Roman site. Oh, did I just see a nail? A pesky nail? What I did? Possibly a nail. Ah, what's that? Yeah, that's a nail. That's the problem with the GPX. You do tend to dig more nails, but you also tend to dig fantastic items as well. Problems with this site. The problem is, this is the Roman field where I got the pig from. There's so many power lines nearby, it's difficult to hear the deep signals, as I will demonstrate. Plus he's blowing a gale, that don't help. But we are supposed to be getting some nice weather soon. Oh, that could be a signal just there. Because of the EMI in the background, I'm listening for those telltale warbling type sounds you get with iron, and it's difficult to hear it. Right, I'll get back to you on this one. Right, my conclusion after using this pesky coil for a couple of days is the clarity of your signal is diminished with a bigger coil. With a smaller coil, it's much clearer, and you can hear the wobble, you can hear the iron sound. You know, you can recognise it as a piece of caca-poo-poo. But with the big coils, it stretches the audio and the sound of the object in the ground, and it's much more difficult to see what it is, if that makes sense. So what you need to do, I think probably you need to find an optimum coil. I think maybe the 21 inch is too big to use on the fields, because the signal clarity is completely gone. You're basically digging anything. I've been out now for a couple of days. I haven't had very good weather, and I've had long grass in a lot of places, but I've now been up on top of the Roman site where I've dug the Roman pig, and there is way too much interference. It could be doing with a lot less interference, but the clarity of the signal and the EMI is just, it's just a nightmare. So when I get this onto my other field, when the cows are off of it, in November time, sometime maybe late November, I'll be able to look at that site. There's no power lines going across it. Well, there is, but they're a long way off. But I'm hoping that will do better there. But I'll probably be doing grid searching where I'm digging all the signals. So that is the problem with the bigger coil, is that the clarity of your signal is diminished. With a smaller coil, it's much easier to you get the wobbles and the little telltale sounds of iron, and you can walk over them. But with this big coil you can't. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the smaller 11 inch commander coil on there, and we'll see if I can find anything, because so far all I found is mostly caca-poo-poo, and I've been here for a couple of hours. Yeah, it's too much interference up here. I think that's what the problem is. Good afternoon, my lovers. I'm back out. I had to cut short my metal detecting yesterday because it piddled down with rain. But today it is a beautiful day. Hardly a cloud in the sky. It's lovely. Just perfect for metal detecting. You want it dry and no wind. There's a slight breeze. But if it's wet and windy, then metal detecting, you get the EMI is terrible when it's wet and windy. For some reason it goes off the chart. Right, this is the best find I've had in 2 days. With the GPX, I've gone back to the smaller coil. I cannot get on with the huge coil for some reason. It just don't seem to want to work. It's the best find I've had in 2 days, and it's a pesky button. Woohoo! Looks like I nicked it a bit. Oh, is that gold? Looks shiny like gold. Anyway, it is a pesky button. It's the best find I've had in 2 days. All the rest of the finds with the super big coil have all been iron. And not deep either. Shallow. So there must be something I'm not doing right with that big coil, because it don't seem to want to work. Right, on to the next. Oh, I got a good signal down here. Well, sounds all wobbly now. Sounded perfect a minute ago. Interesting, might just be really close. Oh, let's get my pinpointer in there. Oh, that's it. Oh, it's to have a bit of animal. I got a bit more of the animal. Oh, it's falling apart. Is it a bit more? That's very crumbly, that bit. And that is crumbly as well. Right. Could be a line. What do you think? Right, I'm going to get this bit cleaned up and get back to you. I was just checking the hole and I found a bit more of it. But now I got his face. Woohoo! I got his face. Let's get the other bit I just cleaned. Look at that. Right, so there is one ear. Oh yeah, I got it. Got a couple of bits missing. I've got an ear. Oh. Now my finds liaison officer, you know how they like to let you down gently. He thinks this is modern. Right? He thinks that's modern. To glue it back on. So we'll have to see, won't we? But I've got more soundings from the hole, and this is a good 30 feet away from the leg, so it's definitely been ploughed. But that's a hell of a distance from the leg, so it's got to be quite old. Right. Let's see if we can find some more. Clean him up. It's got a funny lip right there. Let's clean his teeth, give him a good brushing. Right. Now, is that old? Or is it modern? Well, there's charcoal inside. Could have been chucked in a fire. Right, on to the next. Right, what I might do is now I'm going to detect between where I found the leg and where I found the head to see if I can find the rest of the body. It must have been ploughed, this ground, because that head and the leg was a good 30 feet, maybe 40 feet from each other. Right. Some bloke strimming over here. Right, on to... I got something in here. Sounds sweet. Got to be a coin, surely. My first coin of the day would be nice. Oh, what's that? Ah! It's a 2-ringer. A tiny bullet. Oh, that sounded lovely, that did. Find some pretty small things, this GPX. On to the next. Oh, I think I found something here and it looks really good. Really good. I just picked it up and dropped it as soon as I saw it. What's that? It's got some writing on it. What is that? Oh, is it hinged? Oh, it's hinged. Well, it did have a hinge. It's probably broken now, but it's hinged. Yeah, the hinge ain't going to work now, is it? That's going to need a lot of WD-40. Anyway, it's got something written on it. See if we can translate it. NT, is that an L? Something dash ETON. And on this side, it's got KE, so that's KENT, Kent. Let's give it a rub on the magic trousers. MA, is that a T or a K? Don't know. Yeah, it's a K. So that's MAKER. Maker, Kent Maker, RT, RIT, T, Letten, Ritterton, anyway, something like that. Let's get this bit of mud off. So it's got some sort of twisty thing there, like an old document twisty thing. And that's broken, unfortunately. So whatever that is. Bizarre. Yeah, that hinge is not going to shift. It's well rusted. So what's that then, my lovers? Don't look Roman. Looks Victorian. On to the next. Oh, I just found a bit more of it. There was a letter missing, so GRITT, looks like T, and then LETON, Gritleton, that must be a place somewhere. Gritleton. I have to look that up on the map, I don't know where that is. So Maker, Kent Maker, Gritleton. So it must be a place in Kent. Bizarre. On to the next. I've gone back onto this little coil. I'm finding loads of stuff. Funny, I got these flies. They seem to follow the coil. If you watch, I'll waft the coil and the flies follow it. Yeah, they follow the coil as I'm wafting it. Wanding. It's weird. It's dead weird, that. Anyway, where was I? I got another find here. Looks like a little winder or something, or a little handle. Maybe a little handle for carrying something. Screwed in, look. Right, on to the next. Oh, I got something in here, it sounds sweet! Whoa! That sounds like a Roman coin. Cross your fingers and toes. Oh, right, where's my pinpointer? Excuse me, Mr. Worm. Is it in there? It is, it's in there. Oh, you can see dark soil. I was joking when I said it sounded like a Roman coin. Oh, something's in here. Oh no, it's a pesky button. It is a pesky button. A Fort Euler button. Ah! I got my first coin. Woohoo! Don't think it's Roman, but it was giving me a blanking signal down here, so there's got to be iron in the soil with it. But it's just sounded too good, even though there was blanking. You get a signal that sounds just too good. Ah, Queen Victoria. Methinks, yep, bunhead. Right, let's give it a rub on the magic trousers. I've discovered a way of preserving your coins. You know these old coins, they start to crack up around the edge as soon as they come out of the ground. What you've got to do is give them a good clean, put them in some water, so you save them in some water, in one of the fines bags, you know, the sort of bags you send off to the flow, and then you soak them in molten candle wax. Don't boil them because it can lift the edges off if you boil. But and then obviously dab it with a cloth so it's dry. And when the candle wax sets, it's obviously soaked in and it sets hard, and it preserves the coin. Which I won't do with this one because it's I've got hundreds of them. Looks like 1888. Let's have a look. Yeah, something like that. On to the next. Oh, that's it, me lovers. I'm going to head off to the pub for some jars of ale. I'm going to go to the Horseshoe tonight, early-ish. So I tend to go there, you know, on weekends after detecting, and the odd day during the week when it's been lovely and warm like this. You know, I do feel like a few jars. Oh, if you noticed that I've had a little blue earplug, that's a moisture absorbing earplug because I've had an ear infection. That's why I haven't made many videos this last couple of weeks. Yeah, bad ear infection. It's going now. So yeah, what you do is the headphones, look, they trap moisture in your ear, in your lug hole, and it builds up, and when it gets infected, it's got a nice humid environment in your ear hole. So these earplugs, special earplugs, they absorb moisture, and it stops the infection from getting worse. So yeah, I've had an ear infection, but it's gradually going now, and I'll be obviously back to normal, making more videos. Hopefully I'll be out with the CTX tomorrow. I've got a new permission and I want to give it a go. I can't use the GPX because there's power lines going nearby, and I've had enough of pesky power lines. So I'll be out tomorrow doing a bit of metal detecting with the CTX. Right, it's not broken, it's just the bigger coil is broken, methinks. On to the next.
I've never had but one true love, in greenwood he lies slain. I'll do so much for my true love as